Hi everyone, Andrew here. How are you all doing? I hope everyone's doing well. And today I'm back with another Diablo video. This time I'm doing a tier 9 Nightmare Dungeon. So it should be a bit more challenging than some of the other ones I've shown you. I've accidentally forgot to start recording when I entered the dungeon, so I've already cleared one room. I hope nobody finds. And this one is the Bastion of Faith, and what I like about this dungeon actually is that it's full of, I want to call them knights and these robed monks and so on, in the kind of medieval castle setting. And I don't know, I really like this dungeon. I just like the way it's designed, I like the way it looks, I like the mobs. It's a nice change from fighting demons and spiders and so on all the time. It just, I prefer it. That's all I can say about that. The only problem is that sometimes when I'm fighting these knights, I forget that I'm a rogue and that I'm supposed to constantly keep moving. Why would I move? I'm not okay. That I'm supposed to constantly keep moving, and I go into, let's call it Rambo mode, where I'm standing there with my crossbow spraying like it would be the M60 and I'm shooting like 1,000 bullets a second or something like that. I don't know why I do it when I fight knights and barbarian style mobs, but I do. I guess I've watched too many action movies. What can I say? This one is like definitely a little bit tougher though. As you can see, I can't kill all of the mobs first go, even when I'm powering up, or powering up my weapon I should say. It takes a couple of shots here and there, but it's still kind of doable. It's not quite on the edge of where I can manage, where I think we're getting close, and I think here it would be more prudent to use technique rather than to rely on the gear, which essentially means I need to be moving a lot faster and a lot more. So that's something, as I'm watching this video with you right now, as I'm looking at it, something I need to keep in mind for next time. Hopefully I'll remember that. You know, I have a tendency to sprout wisdom and then forget it 2 seconds later when I'm playing. But what can I say? But I really do like the way this level is designed though. I mean, look there, the light on the floor and the shadows and so on, and I know that some of you may be used to this already, that you have really wonderful souped up PCs, but I never actually managed to get a souped up PC in my life because I could never really afford one of the higher end graphic cards, and that's actually one of the reasons why I got the Xbox. Because even now, with kids and life and everything else that's going on, just this idea that I would be able to just lay down a kidney to buy a new graphic card just is insane for me, and it's not something that I think I would be able to keep up with, just every year refreshing the graphic cards and so on, and Nvidia charges a small fortune for them. I don't know what happened with those guys, if they got greedy or what, but they do seem to be getting a little out of hand, let's say. I know my brother does. He has a PC and he tries to keep up with things, which is like fair play to him, but just it's not something I could do. So I went with the Xbox, so I wouldn't have to worry about these things. And I'm actually quite happy with the way it looks on the Xbox. I mean, I saw various other games such as Cyberpunk with all the ray tracing on running on PCs, and it looks absolutely amazing. But at the same point, I mean, look at this. For me, this is good. I like this. I'm happy. I think the graphics are nice. I'm enjoying it. I actually have a friend who was playing the betas. He didn't buy the game in the end, and he thought the graphics were awful. He thought they was like something from the 90s, which surprised me actually, because just recently we had an internet outage and I was playing on my A500, which is an Amiga clone for those of you that don't know, some of the old Amiga games from the 90s, and I can tell you this definitely does not look like a a 90s game with all those pixels and things. It definitely looks a lot better than that. But by that token, I acknowledge that anybody who's been playing on a PC or on a system with a more powerful graphic card is probably used to a lot better graphics and ray tracing and light and shadow and a lot of wonderful things that maybe my console can't do. But for me, it's enough. I'm happy and I'm enjoying running around killing these things. I've noticed I'm also waffling a lot again, so maybe I should waffle a bit more about what's going on in the level here, for those of you that don't know. Essentially, I'm running around trying to find the box that I need to place on the pedestal. Why I need to do that, I have no clue. I know it opens the door, but why the box disappeared and why it needs to be put back, I don't know. That's never explained. I don't think it matters though. All you need to know is that the box is a key, the key opens the door. The door gets us through to the last section where the boss is, which is what we're trying to get to. Again, this is a nightmare dungeon, so I'm doing this mainly for experience. This is a tier 9, so if I've understood the guides online correctly, I think they say that you add 50 to wherever the tier is, which means this should be essentially a level 59 dungeon, but I don't know if I've understood that properly. So still within the range of what my character can cope with. Shouldn't be too big a deal. There's some slightly tougher mobs here. These ones that you can see, for example, that have the little shield above their heads. That means that they're more resistant to the attacks. The glowy purple ones are damage resistant, so they can put up a better fight. You have to do more damage to hurt them. Oh, here's the butcher again, and if you remember the last time we saw him, he was on the tier 1 dungeon, so hopefully he should be a bit tougher now. It's always a kind of nuisance with him when he comes in a dungeon where there's a lot of other mobs, because if you're not careful, they can kind of swamp you, and that blast wave that he just did, that slows you down, basically, so you can't run as fast and then you really can get swamped. At the moment though, I seem to be holding off quite well against him. I mean, he's doing some damage to me. You can see my health dropping. But yeah, I'm not too worried at the moment. I think I've got this one. I'm kind of curious what he will be like in a higher tier dungeon. I'm sure he's probably going to get his revenge against me. We'll see. But yeah, I think I've got this. Yep, there we go. Oh, and he's dropped some boots. Okay. And 2 sigils. And I know my stash is full, so I don't think I'm going to be able to pick up, yeah, all of those, and now is not the time to go. Why did I just run over the landmine and stand there? Well, okay, so I'm talking about the graphics and I don't notice the landmine. Yes, Andrew. Okay, and now, because I'm waffling and not paying attention, I forgot which way I need to go. There we go, that looks like it. There's mobs here, there's stuff to fight. Okay, we should be going in the right direction now. So, I think that's pretty much it. One thing I was thinking of though, and I think I mentioned this in an earlier video as well. Are there any people who watch these videos who actually don't know how to play Diablo? They're thinking of playing it, would like to understand how things work first. I mean, would it be useful for anyone if I put together a kind of beginner's guide how to play Diablo? If it would be, then just let me know in the comments below this, and that's something I could probably give it a go. One other thing that I was thinking of that might be interesting for people is that I would start a new character and play through the Season 1 content, because right now I'm still playing in the Eternal Realm, which is the base game for Diablo. But they started a new season now, where you get different abilities and different powers and so on. But the only way to do that is you have to actually create a new character. You can't go there with your existing character. So if anybody would like to see me do that, like create a new character and have a go at the seasonal stuff, then let me know. Maybe I could start recording that from the beginning and you could follow me through the season, if that would be something interesting for you. Oh, and right now, just so you know, I'm leveling these glyphs up, which are these little yellow things to the left here. When you level them up, they get more powerful, and then you can put them on your Paragon board, which is something I'll show you later on in a different video. That essentially, when you assign your points to it, your Paragon points for leveling up, give you different abilities, and those glyphs power up those abilities. So that's the other reason why you run Nightmare Dungeons, to power up the glyphs so that you can then power yourself up even more. Okay, I think that's pretty much it. We are done with the dungeon and we are done with my waffling. So as always, please look after yourselves, take care, wherever you are, be safe, and I will see you all next time. Bye for now.